Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. This is just a quick tip kind of video. I have done this a couple times, a couple years ago, and I thought I would do it again for a lot of you who are new to ATC cards or art journaling. I thought this would be fun. You can even do this on a Twinchy, the 2x2 or 1x1, whatever. But I'm just going to show you something, that you can do, a couple little things here. So this is just an art journal page that has been gessoed, as you can see. And I have black paint. Now you can, of course, use whatever paint you want, but I'm going to use black. And I'm going to we will take, this is a star, obviously, and then this is a raven, crow, whatever you want to call them. And what I like to do is you can do this two ways. I like to take, we're going to make a silhouette. So I'm going to take my black paint. Let me move back just for a second. And I want a fairly dry brush. I don't want water on it. I want to kind of, do that. And we are going to take a little bit and we are going to paint it on the area that we want. And try to, be a little careful so when you stamp it, it doesn't, then you can see I'm transferring it over there. And the leg's the same. You just run it, a little bit. Just so it kind of gets some ink on it. Okay. Then go ahead and lay it down and give it a quick stamp. Don't push too hard, but you want to just kind of go around everything like that. Now, yeah, it doesn't look, like your normal, and I'm going to do it over here too, just a normal stamp look. It has like some detail in there, which is fine. Okay. You can see you get a little bit there. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. Have your a thing of water next to you or another brush or what have you. And, you want to give it just a little spray. And a little wipe. You don't want your paint. Ink, I don't mind. I don't wipe off, but unless it's like a water-soluble ink, not permanent. Just give it a little wipe. It won't hurt anything. And before I go and do what I'm going to do, which I'm sure you could probably figure out what I'm going to do, I will do another one and show you. You can see here that there's this writing and everything. Well, I don't want that. I just want this part. So I'm just going to go in. You could probably use a smaller brush than I'm using. I just want you guys to see. And because let's say you only want what's in the middle of your stamp. And it doesn't have to be a bird. It can be whatever color you want, whatever stamp you have, whatever card or project or whatever you're doing. Okay? Do that. And then just set it down and give it a squish. And give it a push. Okay? So you can see that. Now, I used this in a previous, I should have made sure it was cleaned off. You can see just a very shadow around of the writing because I just used this on one of the art quilts I was doing. And I should have made sure it was all the way clean, but I didn't. All right, so I'm just going to push this here as well. And I should have wet it again because it's not on there, but I'm going to show you with this and it's not the biggest deal. And then of course there is this one and kind of the same thing. Just gonna, I probably should use a smaller brush. But, and you can spray a little water if it starts drying. This is called laziness because I'm not, I gotta get a smaller brush. I gotta get a smaller brush. Come on now. Oh, the mess that I am. The mess that I am. Okay. Get a little bit more paint. There we go. And that's like a little piece of wood down there and for the bird branch. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to take it and lay it down and stamp it right there to get all of it. And then what I'm going to do is take a little squirt of water and let's see what we get here. But I think you get the gist of what I'm doing, right? Sometimes, you know, we forget techniques or we forget things, and especially for people who are new to any type of art form, whether it be art journaling or whatever, and you know, you have a little bit of a issue, maybe you can't figure out how to do something and you just need somebody to say, hey, look how easy this is, and this is just a star. And there you go. Okay, so enough of the playing around because I can just sit here and play all day. So now I'm going to take my paintbrush, and you want a fairly smaller paintbrush because you want to get, you know, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and get some black paint, and I'm just going in and going to color it in as if it is a coloring book. Now, let me just tell you, it is very meditative, yeah, couldn't think of the right word, when you do this, because it is like coloring. So you can kind of either do this in peace and quiet, or put on your favorite music and just sit and paint. But you can see how we're making a silhouette here, and you know, so I'm going to get the thicker parts here, and then I'll go in with my smaller brush. Again, any color, any, you know, stamp, could be a flower, and you could do it in pinks and layer and, you know, all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I'll see if I have any flowers sitting here, but I mean, look at that. And then I can do the star. Get the majority of that middle, and I'll have to use my smaller detail brush for that. And again, we have this one. Okay. Good dog. Anybody watching American Horror Story? Did anybody see the first episode? I love it so far. We'll see, because it could go downhill very quickly, but anybody who knows me knows I love clowns. Evil clowns especially. So, and then this would be on your red, just so you can see if it's on a color. It's the same thing. And you just keep on keeping on. And you can even alter it, you know, if you want the feather to be different or whatever it is, you know, the shape, the size, but it gives you that start. Okay, so you can see we're on the color there, not a big deal. And then all I would do is, I forgot to do this. I would go in with my smaller brush. Let me show you. I don't want it wet. I just want it with the paint. And I would go in, let's do here, and go around and go, this might even be up too big of a brush, but we're going to go for it. I'll do his little feet. And little feet here. Oh, he was missing a toe. I mean, look on the color. Awesome. We can go in on the branch here and make the branch. So he's sitting on the branch. You can use 2 different colors if you want. I'm just going for a silhouette. That's why I like doing this. It has a little beak. And there you go. We can go in with the star. I'd probably need a little smaller brush there as well. But I think you got what I'm talking about. You're picking up what I'm putting down. And these are great. You do a great background with a couple colors, and then you use a stamp, whatever it is. And I'm just doing this because Halloween and I've been working with these, and then you got this great silhouette. So it's a lot of fun and easy. And like I said, you can go now. Here's the fun part. Well, I love these kind of parts. I love it until I can't find what I'm looking for, right? My black marker. Where are you, my black marker? I'll just use my pen for now. My pen. And the fun thing is, once these are dry, you can then go around, and you can use your, like I said, Sharpie or Copic, whatever you have. You know, my favorite are the Faber-Castells. And just go around if you want it to be a little sharper, you know, little things around it. Maybe you don't want like a little feathery outside. And it does add it, you know, it does make it a little cleaner. You can wait and do the feet, you know, with a pen or a marker, you know. It's mixed media, guys. No rules. None. You see how I'm like, oh, I made that go up more. Maybe I want to put a face in there or something. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? And it's just fun. I want this to be a little pointier. I'm kind of going like back and forth so it adds a little texture on the outside, but not too much. And you see, that is it. It dries and you have your thing. So you make an ATC card and you have fun and you do this. Now, if you would like me to do an ATC card doing this technique, let me know down below and I will be glad to do it for you. Now, you can use a makeup sponge. You can use one of these. My makeup sponge here is you put your paint on it and then you can go ahead and dab it on. You don't have to, you know, paint it with a paintbrush. You can use your finger. It doesn't matter. Now, can you use this, your archival ink, whatever brand you use, and do the same thing? You most certainly can. So if I stamp him, you know, my inks are all dried out. I need new inks so badly. Permanent inks. And you go in and you stamp him. And you can see you definitely get a clearer stamp. You can see much more of the detail when you're using the ink. To me, it doesn't matter because I'm painting it anyway. And then I go in with, I'm just showing you real quick, just because then I'm like, I'll have people write me and say, you know, oh, what could you use it with the ink? And then I don't, you know, so I'm trying to hit all bases because I understand I'd be asking that too. And then I just go over it and you get the same thing. But you want to make sure that your ink's permanent because if not, it'll blend in with whatever color paint you're using. And unless you want that look, which maybe you do, you want to make sure that it's permanent underneath. Now you can see I used black, so if it runs a little bit, I'm not going to worry about it. And you can see here, I even did, I'm going to show you what else you can, I just remembered the other thing I wanted to show you. But you see how we got that going? And you can bring it all the way out to the edge. You can, you know, again, do the feet, and I'll do that with a pen. But you know what else you can do, which is kind of cool? If you take this, and we're going to stamp it with ink. One last thing. Promise I'll be fast. You can go just around the outside. and like shade it. So you get to keep some of that delicious texture inside. And you would probably make a better stamp than me, right? Not so it would be clearer. But you just kind of go around the outside of it, like you're outlining it. See, I like this look too, where you're getting kind of the best of both worlds. Put his little eye in there and all that, and then you have that kind of thing. So, you know, again, you can play, you can do whatever, but look how cool. Look how cool. And then you can, you know, color this in so whatever. If you let this dry and go in with like a light colored pencil or a light, even watercolor paint, oh God, you go over that, it would look gorgeous. So let me know, like I said, down below, if you'd like to see it on an ATC card or something like that. I would be glad to do it for you. And let me know what you guys think about this down below. I would appreciate it so very much. I love when you guys leave me comments. I read each and every one. I try to reply to as many as I can. So I have a lot of videos on here, and a lot of videos get watched. So I'm very blessed. So it does take a minute to, you know, I try to answer everybody's comments. As always, please be kind. Please be kind to each other. You never know what battles somebody else is fighting. Progress, not perfection. And listen, I am so blessed to have you guys watch my videos and to share my videos. It makes me, you know, just so grateful and thankful and happy. And, you know, and if by chance you just found my video or channel, please click that subscribe button down below. Click the bell next to it so you can get notified when I upload, which is usually 5-6 times a week. And yeah, all my social media is down below, so come check me out. I love you guys so very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.